my friends, and welcome back to my library garden. I appreciate you so much for joining me today. I'm very excited for today's video because I have a new deck that I'm going to share with you. It is the Woodland Wardens deck by Jessica Rue. So I'm going to start off with a reading from my Houseplant Tarot deck, and then we are going to do a reading from my Oracle deck that I just got, okay? So I'll go ahead and start by getting my anointing oil. And if you would like to see how I made that, you can go to one of my older videos. I think it was the one right before this. I will try to do the link, but I'm not too sure how to do that. But you can just check out my channel for that video on how we do the anointing oil. I'm just going to anoint my cards. Alrighty, let's go ahead and start. So we'll go ahead and start with my Houseplant Tarot deck. And I'll just go ahead and start shuffling those up. In today's reading, I really want to focus on things that you are maybe overcoming. Maybe you have some goals set in mind, some resolutions that you're having a hard time being consistent with and, you know, just keeping up with. So we just want to focus in on things that you can do, just reminders for yourself, and just little tips and to make you feel better, just see how things are going. A little check-in. Alrighty. So I'm seeing a lot of energy here already. We first have the Tower card. It is reversed. Okay. Now, this is a pretty big card. I know this can be intimidating to some people, but this is a card that just shows you that it's time to let go of a situation that's not really serving you. This kind of shows that you're trying to hold on to broken pieces of a situation. You're trying to hold on by a tight rope. You know, it's around your fist, you're clenching it, and it's giving you rope burn. It's not serving you, it's weighing you down. So there's just some stuff there. So this is just showing that in your situation, there's always an inevitable end that's going to come to pass. So you just have to allow it to pass, because if you focus and worry too much about it, you're just going to have a lot of stress. And if you just let the times come to pass, you're going to feel a lot of relief here. So this is just a reminder that things just don't serve you. And even though there's an inevitable end, you can choose how you're going to go about it. One thing that comes to mind is the serenity prayer. God grant me the courage to change the things I can, accept the things I can't, and the wisdom to know the difference. And whether you're religious or not, that's some really good intake, because you do want to have courage to change the things you can and accept the things you can't, but always know that that inevitable end is there, man. And how you go about it is going to reflect how you feel and how your emotion state is going to be, because it's like, let it happen, shit happens, or are you going to keep holding on to that tight rope and burning yourself? Okay, here next we have the Page of Potted Trees. It is a banana tree, and this is a reversed card again, so 2 reversed cards in a row. And this one kind of shows that there may be some feelings of self-doubt. It's keeping you from reaching the potential, going back to the goals, right? We were focused on goals. This is showing that your negative self-doubt is hindering you from reaching the potential and the goals that you're trying to meet. So maybe if your goal was working out and you've been really down on yourself and hard on yourself, you know, not giving yourself credit, even if it's 5 minutes a day, you are getting up. Even if you're just moving around, doing your thing, you know, for 5 minutes, that is enough. Or whether you're trying to eat better, you know, maybe you had a brownie or something, you know, but it was one brownie and then you had a salad for lunch, you know. I mean, it's moderation. Don't get down on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Maybe your goal was to read a book and you couldn't get to that book. It is okay. I mean, you know, just keep going, because progress doesn't look like this. It looks like this, right? A lot of ups and downs, go back down, go back up. So that self-doubt is really preventing you from reaching your potential and going further on your goals. And I think that it's important to go back to the Tower card in this, because sometimes the negative self feelings we have are preventing us from letting things go. Maybe we're giving ourselves self blame and we're holding on to situations that we don't need to hold on to, and that's where that rope is coming from, that rope that's burning us. And so, just remember that just because things happen, it's not your fault and it's out of your control. And so, don't be feeling too down and too hard on yourself right now. And just remember that setbacks happen, but it's up to you to determine whether or not you're going to let those setbacks make you give up and make you quit or keep going. And next we have the Six of Potted Trees. It's an avocado tree. This is the Pentacles card. Okay, and for this card, this is a card just to say to turn your generosity inward, right? The avocado has the seed that grows within himself. You need to have the kind words and the kind energy to grow within yourself. You want to be kinder to yourself. You want to direct your energy inwards. Maybe you're a person that sees beauty in everything. You think the earth is beautiful. You think crystals are beautiful, and fauna and flora. You love it all. You love other people. But that generosity also needs to be directed at ourselves, because that energy can be draining. And if we're not directing it at ourselves, we're just wallowing in that self-doubt. We're not going any further, and it's keeping us from letting things pass. So you want to make sure that you are being kind to yourself, okay? Be kind to yourself. Alrighty, and here we have the Two of Swords. Now, this card is just showing that sometimes there's hard decisions in life, and I think that goes back here to the Tower card, is that sometimes there's hard decisions we need to make, and sometimes we just need more information for it to become clear. And so those hard decisions could always lead to more change, and sometimes that means letting go of that rope and letting go of what doesn't serve us, because that change is going to happen, right? So we want to make sure that those hard decisions, we're in a clear state of mind and we're not holding on, we're not having that self-doubt to cloud our minds, right? We're working on our neuroplasticity with generosity towards ourselves so that we can handle those hard decisions that inevitably come to pass, okay? So that's the big kicker here, right? I'm going to hold all of them up. They're all intertwined, right? Those ends that are inevitably going to come to pass, don't hold on to what's not serving you. Okay, we have that self-doubt that you're holding on to that's not letting you actualize your full potential. We need to direct that energy inwards so that we can reach our goals. And if we direct that positive energy inwards, we will have what we need to make hard decisions when they come up, when that end inevitably comes. That was a very good reading today, man. I hope you got a lot out of that, because that was full of energy, full of information. We are now going to pull from my Woodland Wardens deck. And I just got this one. I'm so excited. I got it off Amazon. It is so beautiful. I mean, just look at that card that's right there that I just pulled out. Look at those, how beautiful. These are just absolutely beautiful cards. I'm so excited. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm just going to pull two of these for you. Just give you some introspection, some neat stuff that you need. Just to hear, to sum up today's reading. Oh man. I haven't gone through each and every one of these yet because I was so excited to do a video. So let's see what we got. Alrighty. So it looks like first we have the chipmunk and laurel. So the laurel is a type of plant on there. So what it looks like upright. Okay, so let's take a look in the guidebook a little bit. The chipmunk and the laurel. So this is a sign of frustration and setback, and showing that other pathways can lead to your goal. So the questions that this asks is, how do you define success? And what successes can you celebrate of yourself? So how do you define success, and which of your successes can you celebrate? So going back to the tarot cards we just pulled, and that self-doubt and self-generosity, you want to give yourself credit where that credit is due, be in your successes. Again, this was reversed, but I just wanted to show you. It's just so cute. But yeah, so that's what's showing, is that there may be some frustration, and there's other pathways towards your goal. So realizing that full potential, again, in the tarot reading, you want to make sure you're doing what you can to realize your full potential. And then, let's see, we have independence. So this is, again, about potential and success. So these go right hand in hand, right? Let's see. Beautiful card. So this says, do not depend on others for validation. You must validate yourself. So that's a big one, is sometimes we look towards others to validate our feelings, but we have to remember that we're valid just in ourselves, and we don't need others to validate that. We have ourselves to validate ourselves, right? And so it says 3 words to remember are power, resourcefulness, and potential. So we have success, potential, independence, so much here. And this all goes back to, that self-talk. Be independent and validate your feelings. Self-talk to your feelings. Be like, hey, I feel my feelings. This is where I feel them at. This is how I'm feeling through them, right? The big thing is to feel through things. So you want to validate yourself, and you can also do that by saying, hey, what are the successes I can celebrate? What does success look like to me? And through there, you have a lot of just things to think about. Man, today was a super big reading. I know I didn't pull many cards, but I just feel like that was loaded with energy, man. I am feeling the energy. I'm feeling a little drained after that session, man. Whew, I hope you guys got something from that. I'm going to go ahead and end by ringing the singing bowl. Just to balance out the energy a little bit. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please drop a like, a comment, subscribe to my channel, and I really hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much, and have a good one.